Today, we reflect on what it means to be a man of honest report, a man who walks in truth and integrity. Acts chapter 6 tells us about men chosen for their good character, men who stood out for their honesty and commitment to God's word. But in our daily lives, how do we embody these virtues? Let me share with you the stories of some of our brothers whose choices reveal the strength or weakness of their character. Let us begin with Brother James, a man known for his integrity. One day, he found himself in a difficult situation at work. A bribe was offered to him, a tempting sum of money, enough to solve some pressing financial needs at home. The only catch, he had to approve a business deal that was far below the company's standards. Brother James faced a choice that tested his character. But rather than compromise his values, he stood firm. He pushed the bribe away, rejecting the money that could have easily led him down the path of dishonor. This, my brothers, is the mark of a man of honest report, a man who values his integrity more than material gain. Now, consider Brother Mark, who works in an office where punctuality is expected. He knows the rule: be at work by 9 a.m. But today, as on many days before, he arrives late, just some minutes before 10. Instead of admitting his tardiness, he decides to deceive. It may seem a small lie, insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but these small acts of dishonesty are like cracks in a foundation. They weaken the structure of one's character. Brother Mark might have avoided reprimand for the moment, but he has traded a bit of his integrity for convenience. This, my friends, is a man of dishonest report. Then we have Brother Samuel, a man entrusted by the church with an important task: purchasing a vehicle for the new pastor.
I wish I have a bit of this crap, but that way. Hey, come on. You came for that Toyota. Just hold on. Let me get. All right. Okay, so this is it. Toyota Sienna 2018. Very good. That's the influence.
The dealer gave me a fair price, but temptation whispered in Samuel's ear. He saw an opportunity to gain at the expense of others. But Samuel inflated the price, pocketing the difference for himself. He thought he had secured a private gain, but in doing this, he betrayed the trust placed in him by the church. This act of greed not only harmed others, but also distanced him from the path of righteousness. A man of dishonest report, indeed, will face the consequences of his choices. But there are those who choose the right path, no matter the cost. Brother David, a contractor, was asked to use cheaper materials to cut costs on a church project. The savings could have gone into his pocket, and no one would have known. But David's commitment to God and to the church guided his actions. That David refused to compromise. He chose to honor God and his duty to the church, even at a personal loss. This is the essence of a man of honest report, one who walks in the light even when it is expensive. His reward is not just in this world, but in the sight of God. Let us consider Brother Philip, a man trusted with the sacred duty of counting the offerings after service. As he counts, he notices an opportunity. As he counts, he notices an unusually large sum of money. Instead of reporting it, he sees an opportunity. Philip allowed grief to overcome his duty. He thought he could deceive both man and God by pocketing the money while his partner wasn't looking. But such actions cannot remain hidden. A man of dishonest report may gain in the short term, but he will surely lose the trust of those around him. And more importantly, he will lose favor with God. But dishonesty isn't just about money or time. It is also about our actions, our respect for others, and our obedience to authority. Look at Brother Michael, who drives into the church compound one Sunday morning. The Royal Ranger on duty, a young man tasked with ensuring orderly parking, directs him to a designated spot. But Michael disregarded the instructions, valuing his own convenience over the safety and order of the community. This act of disobedience, though seemingly small, is a reflection of a deeper issue, a lack of respect for authority and the well-being of others. A man of dishonest report does not walk in humility or in the light of God's word. Now, let us look at Brother John, who enters the church auditorium during service. The usher, faithfully performing his duty, directs him to an available spot. But Brother John, seeing an empty row he prefers, decides to disregard the usher's instructions. Brother John's actions might seem harmless, but they reveal a heart that struggles with submission and obedience. A man of dishonest report is one who places his own desires above the guidance of others, even in the house of God. You father, or will you falter like Brother Mark, Brother Samuel, Brother Philip, Brother Michael, and Brother John, whose actions led them away from the path of righteousness? The call today is clear. The men of honest report walk in the light always, for it is in this walk that we truly honor God and the trust of those around us.